Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is Jesse, and I am here to do a little review for the Rubies Voltron costume that came out last year. Um, I posted a couple of pictures on Instagram and a couple on Facebook, and people have been asking me, "Hey, what was that costume like when you ordered it?" Was they want to know more about it, and they also asked me about what kind of mods did I do to it. So I wanted to show you guys what comes out of the box, how it looks, and what to expect when you get it. Because like you guys, I was really curious when it came out. I was like, man, this looks like it could be a cool costume. And with a few mods, it wouldn't be that half bad. I'm a huge fan of Voltron Girl. I'm not sure you guys have seen her. She's that little girl with that awesome costume that her dad made her. And there's a couple other guys that have made some really, really great costumes. And I'm no professional cosplayer or nothing like that. I'm just nuts about Halloween. I like animation. I'm a huge Voltron fan. I've been a Voltron fan all my life since '84 actually when it came out. But anyway, when I saw the costume, I was like, man, I'm gonna get this. So let's try it out. So out of the box, I'm gonna go through each little part that comes with it and show you what had to be done and what to expect. So let's start with the base. Let's start with the actual jumpsuit itself. Now, the costume doesn't come with any kind of a chest plate. It doesn't come with any upper arm pieces at all. So this is what you get right here. It's basically some details of the front shield, and that's basically your upper arm there, and that's your upper arm, and that's it. Now, this thing does not come with a zipper. I had to have one actually made or put on there by a tailor. Didn't cost much, but yeah, there's no way that I'm going to take this thing off from the back because it only comes off from the back. You got to slip into it like that. Um, so yeah, it makes going to the bathroom a hell of a lot easier. Ladies, I'm sorry. If you want this costume, you're going to have to figure something out on your own. But anyway, this is what it looks like from the back. Now, the back has nothing in the back, and this stuff is really see-through. When I tried this on, I was like, oh my goodness, you can see my panty lines. I was all embarrassed, so I had to put on some some black shorts to cover it up. But yeah, it's made out of polyester. I think this stuff is really hot. It's not all that great to wear. Hopefully, it's not that hot where you're at, and if it's cool outside, you're in luck. So that's the jumpsuit. So now let's go to the arms. Now the arms they don't look like this. Okay, this is the red lion. I custom made my own jaw, but imagine it without a jaw. This is how it looks. This is how paper thin it is. It's like super thin. And it's real flimsy. I added the jaw, as you can see here. I made the eyes bigger because out of the box it had two little yellow dots, like bloop bloop, and that was it. Like someone just smeared it on there. It looked horrible. So I just shaped some eyes out with some glittered Silly foam sheets, and I added these little sections here where the legs would, fold upwards to give it the illusion, just from far away. It's not perfect, but hey, I just want to be a little creative there. I added the two and a couple of little sections up there to the top. Now the bottom is completely exposed. I added this sheet here because with Velcro, it comes right off. And as you can see in there, it's really thick foam. See? And I'm not sure if you can look in there, but it's got two elastic strips in there that go across. So you basically slide your arm into it like that. See? And that's how it looks. And you can open and close the jaw. Just like that. So. And the green line came out the exact same way. They're carbon copies of each other. So the green line is supposed to be round. I know that. But, it is what it is. So that's that. So, and I wanted the costume to look a little bit cooler from the top because you don't have anything up here at all with the costume out of the bag. So I made these custom sections, one for the red lion, and this just goes up here like this. It's got two elastic straps, and I made this out of foam. I'm still not done with it yet. I got to do some other details to it. And again, I added the little leg sections, and these are coffee lids, spray painted silver, and these other sections here with the covered with glittered foam sheets. Now, I got a lot of flack from people telling me, "Man, why you put glitter on Voltron for? Voltron didn't have glitter." Well, like, no shit, Sherlock, I know that. But since this costume is mainly gonna be worn at night, I wanted something that's gonna reflect a lot of light, be eye catching, you know. And I just didn't have the money, to tell you the truth, to afford all the reflective tape and other cool stuff that you can get, you know, from the store to make it look cool. I wanted to go the cheap route. Again, I only had like 2 weeks to work on this last year, and yeah, so I did what I had to do. So yeah, that's the upper section for that. And the green line, I'm sorry, I'm trying something new this year. Now this is the green line, the upper section. Now this one I made it round, and added the leg sections here. I added this fin up here just to make it, you know, look a little different. Because otherwise it just would have been round and flat. It wouldn't. I mean, just if a flat green, it wouldn't have had anything popping out on it or looking cool. So I just did that just to be a little creative. Took a little creative liberty there, I guess. Anyway, I added this underneath. It's like a support sleeve that goes over your elbow or your knee when you're injured. But I got it in extra large so that it slides on like a sleeve and it stays up. Because that's the problem with these extra parts that I made for the upper arms. They keep sliding down. So you have to have somebody there to, hey, can you pick it up, you know? I'm sure you guys that have done a lot of costuming before can know what I'm talking about. It's having to readjust and readjust. So anyway, that's that part. Now, let's go on to the shin guards. The shin guards look just, they don't, okay, now this is the yellow line. This one probably needed the most work. Out of the box, it's this thin, okay? That's it. You don't have no foam padding, nothing to help keep the shape, okay? And it doesn't come with the elastic. I put the elastic on there. It comes with 2 Velcro straps, and it joins like right here. So when you're walking, and you hit something or the gust of wind comes along, it pops right off, and it's not a very good design. So I made my own straps right there, and it slides over your leg. I put the foam in there to keep the square shape. I used spray-on adhesive to keep it all together. I custom made this little round little missile launcher that the yellow line has, and added these extra parts for, you know, just to give it some texture. So, and there it is. So, and here is the yellow lion's head. Now the yellow lion's head and the blue lion are identical, actually. I made the eyes a little bit different to make them look different because, again, they just come with 2 little dots on both of them. I added the little shields on the side of the face that the yellow lion has. Just a couple little touches to make it stand out a little bit different. So, also, these out of the box, it just comes with just that outer shell you see. It doesn't come with the foam. I put the foam and the crisscrossed elastic in there to keep it tight around the shoe. So you basically put your shoes in there, and they become slippers. I think if World Events Productions actually licensed out some slippers, man, they would sell, because I would totally buy them. But yeah, they look really cool. And I made some backings on there to cover up the back. It's not a perfect design, but hey, man, like I said, this is all done on the fly with the quickness. So that's the shoes, and here is the blue lion. Same way as the yellow lion. I put this on the outside, you know, to make it like the legs are folded up. The inside I skipped. I didn't do that on the yellow lion either, because when you're walking, you don't want the stuff hitting each other and just making more noise and causing trouble. And again, I put the custom elastic on the inside, thick foam to give it shape, to keep the shape. And when you put them on, I kid you not, it looks really cool. Just putting the legs and the feet on, you feel like a freaking robot already, man, just wearing that stuff. All right, so now let's move on to the helmet. Well, actually, I made this helmet, most of it. The mask that comes with the Voltron costume is just this piece you see here. Okay, and then you got this cap that goes with it. The cap doesn't even look like this. Again, you have 2 little smears of paint. It doesn't come with this red here or this up here. It's all black. And the ears are actually just little thin pieces of foam. See this little thin foam here? It's just flopping down. I mean, I couldn't even get it to stay up straight. So I cut my own out of foam, coated them in yellow glittered silly winks, screwed them from the inside and glued them as well. So it's got a lot of support. They're not flimsy at all. It makes the helmet just look that much cooler. The eyes had to be cut out because out of the box, when you put the mask on, it's like flush right on your face. You can barely even breathe out of this thing. So I added padding to the back side of the mask to give about an inch of space between your eyes and the mask. You can breathe a lot better. I cut the eyes out and used sunglass lenses back there, colored in the black and the black here to make it look a little bit better. I'm still not done detailing it. There's still some more stuff I want to do to it. Um, as for the sides, I just got really thick cardboard, coated them with the glittered sheets, and I slid them up into the helmet and use adhesive to keep it all together. And I made a back to it, so it just slides on. Way easier to manage when you're out and about. You know, I like to drink a lot when I'm out, so I can easily take the helmet off, put it back on. Hey, I'm ready to go. Whereas before, you had to put the mask on, and the mask only came with, get this, it came with a two-piece Velcro strap, elastic strap. So you have to pin it in the back of your head, and it was always coming apart. I mean, the Velcro just didn't hold. So I did away with that, and that was it. So when you get this thing out of the box, this is probably the most delicate piece. It's really, really delicate. You drop it, it's going to crack like an eggshell. So be really careful with it. I've already cracked it once. And I had to use double-sided tape in the backside and super glue and paint. So just be real careful with it when you get it out the box. Now, I'll move on to the torso. Now, if you guys can see the torso here, that is just a cardboard box. Let me grab it. Yeah. So you can see there how I made it. It's reinforced in the inside with mixing sticks that you get from the paint store. They're really lightweight. I glued them to the inside of the box to help keep the shape on the top. So, and you can see the back. I did the wings. So yeah, you just slide it on over the top just like a vest. And I think it makes the costume look that much better. You look a lot bulkier. It looks really cool. That you can make on your own. It's not that hard to make. You just, if you know how to do the shapes and just work with it like that. Now the sword. Now have you guys seen the Rubies sword? It looks like a baby rattle. That thing was just like too little. And I walked around with it last year. People were just like, dude, where's your sword? That looks like a little candy cane. So anyway, I got a yardstick, got the leftover silly winks that I had, and made my own sword. So all this is a yardstick sandwiched between the foam sheets and covered with the glittered silly winks. I custom made this section here, the guard. And I tried to do the design as best I could the first time around, but I totally messed up. It had air bubbles in there, and I didn't want to do it all over again. It was just, I was running out of material. So I took some liberties to the design and covered it so it doesn't look so bad. You know, I know it's not great and perfect, but, you know, it is what it is. Now, the guard itself, I made it to where it's actually a brace. And I had these are actually Hennessy shot glasses that I got from a promo they were doing last year. And they slide in there, and they're in there pretty damn tight. And the good thing about them is these shot glasses. Not only can I drink out of them, but they actually turn on like so. Damn it! Why you no work? There it goes. So, and I also added some lights here that I still am gonna coat with red and orange or red and yellow, one or the other. And those are gonna, at night in the dark, they light up the whole blade, so it looks way cool. So you can see the effect that it has. In the dark, it's gonna look really cool. So yeah, it's not 100% accurate, but like I said, this is something I'm gonna wear at night, out to the clubs, you know, for Halloween, and just to have fun and just to wow people. You know, that's all it's for. So I hope y'all dig that. And it was way cheaper than the actual Ruby's sword. I mean, a yardstick, couple of bucks, and the rest was just scraps. And that's pretty much wraps it up. again, the Ruby's costume out of the box, it's going to be really disappointing to you. I'm telling you right now. Don't expect something you can just jump into and look that great in. You're going to have to mod it to make it comfortable at least the mask. So, but if you got the time and you've got the resources and you're creative with arts and crafts, you can really make this costume look really cool. And even though it's not as great as some of the other costumes that are out there, I mean it's a good starting point. It's great for any Voltron fan, and I hope you guys can use that as like an idea or something. I hope you guys have some other ideas that would make it look cooler. So I hope you enjoyed the vid, and I will see you guys around. Happy Halloween.